Hey Luis, taking a look here. Yeah, I know you had a busy week and all that. I'm reading your note right now. Cool. I thought the hookup was working fine because you have that shot in between your two shots. I don't think like the hookup's going to be very delicate or sensitive. I think you can get away with a lot, and also because we're having like camera changes and stuff, it's all fine. So I'm just looking at this on its merits of like the quality of motion and stuff. I feel like this chest move here is a little like complex because we're getting like some horizontal rotation in the upper chest here. I'm not really sure how that relates to the gesture or anything. So I would maybe just tone that way down, or even almost like eliminate it completely. I'm not sure what this twist communicates, or it feels a little distracting to me, but I don't know. The forward back is good, but the arms feel like they really slowly just like drift back from their forward position to their back position. I'm especially, ooh, wow, I jumped to a different thing. Sorry about that. Especially this like left arm and through this move here. So this here, I'm feeling like the splines in here for sure. So that probably needs a little bit more attention as far as like the speed at which it goes back and the timing when it starts and stuff. Like as your character kind of goes back with their torso and forward and then back again. It feels like if this is an anticipation to the anticipation, I would maybe like simplify that and maybe just have them start in this back position from frame 1. So that's my suggestion, just like in order to make this clear and maybe a little more simple. Like complexity isn't always like things can be too simple. But this feels like complexity right at the beginning and without like clarity, so maybe this chest pose I'd have be here at frame 1, so you can go into your anticipation here, just go straight down here like this is working for me here. That's all good, but I would lose that rotation like I said. Then we're coming back. Maybe the arms are a little delayed and they're coming back. I know that we don't want twinning in the arms, but these arms feel like they're kind of like doing two really different things. So I feel like when you're trying to fight twinning, like we want it to settle in this back position here, whatever you really want this pose to be here, and to have it kind of like live in this pose for a beat, for just a little bit or half a beat, before we go into this up and down arm gesture here, which is nice. You're really cleaning this up. This wrist angle feels a little pushed to me, like this is generally going to be straight. Just try it on your own body, see how much you can bend your wrist up, just straight up like that. See if you can achieve what this character is achieving, and if not, try to bring it back more into the realm of reality. So yeah, we anticipate down, we go back up, maybe the arms land a little bit sooner, then we go into this gesture, which is cool. I'll have to clean up some elbow popping on that screen right elbow, which I'm sure you know. But that forward and up gesture here looks pretty nice. It looks sharp. The timing and spacing on that feel really nice to me. Maybe one thing I would do through this section is offset the head a little bit, because the head, neck kind of are traveling in like they're almost like locked to the chest. So maybe you lead with the head and neck just a little bit, like maybe we're starting to be able to see that the head and neck are coming back, you know, a little bit sooner. Maybe we like dip this chin up a little bit to communicate that. So instead of the eyes being like here, we're gonna put them just like up here, something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just to try to get that broken up a little bit. It'll help with a little bit of, I always draw the hair as if it's like part of the skull, and it makes the head seem enormous. But anyways, I think that will communicate the idea. Just like to break that gesture up a little bit. This gesture feels awesome between the chest and the shoulders and the hands. Like the chest goes up and comes down, the hands are dragging behind, and then as the chest comes up, the hands are still coming down and taking these beautiful arcs here. This is just beautiful. That's some beautiful work, Luis. I'm loving it. That's so nice. This little yeah, maybe I'm reading it in the hair, but I'm also reading this like this neck forward and back right there. It feels like the neck is still coming forward here, and then it goes back, and it feels like the head kind of bounces. And I think what you're doing, you have good instincts here to have the head maybe be, I would maybe have the head be more forward here on this down, you know, and then drag it coming up and have it settle like this is settling. This is a nice settle here. I just feel like we got to get down and like keep it kind of in the down pose just for a little bit longer than what the body and chest are doing. You have the right idea, but I think just like the timing of it is a little bit wrong. So it's like, yeah, but this up and settle is definitely the right idea. And what a beautiful gesture between those hands and torso. I love it. I love it. And then we need probably like a little bit different of a settle than just this rotation back. It's always hard to know what to do when you're not trying to do anything. But that's a minor point. Let's work on the other stuff first, and like if this is still going on next, maybe you just haven't gotten to it yet because it's not nearly as important as the other stuff. So that's my assumption. If it still persists, then we can talk about it more in detail. I could even like class demo that a little bit if you want, like how to get a character to do nothing, because it's not an easy thing to do. Having a character do nothing is very difficult. All right, let's take a look at this mom section here. This is still stepped in stuff, and I think I still have notes out on this. So I'm gonna button it up there, but man, it makes me so happy to see this nice bit here. Just, ooh, I love it. If I were to get in there later on a more polished thing, we'll like refine some hand poses and stuff like that. We'll like really focus in on what the face is doing during this section, but it's a beautiful little piece of work right there. That's great stuff. All right, keep up the good work, and I can't wait to see it next week in class. All right, see you.